Hello, I am Berenice Francisco Jiménez, and the topic I am going to develop in the video is body temperature monitoring system with the disease analysis and a preventive measure against possible fever. My advisor, the Master in Computer Science, Iván Gallegos Miranda, and the Dr. Alan Antonio Flores Fuentes. The topics to be addressed in the presentation are background, problem definition, objectives, justification, and the impact, hypothesis, artificial vision, and fuzzy logic, state of the art, method, and students and activities, and reference. By way background, according to INEGI in 2020, 90.2% of the people died the health reason. One of the main reasons became COVID-19 and influenza, in addition of the common flu as one of the most common illness. In the problem definition, we have the fever is of the most notable things of many viral infections disease. The stress and the infection disease has been one of the main problems, especially in the instant place. Pre-impact alert mitigate the spread of the potential disease and chains of infection, avoiding direct interaction with the people, and the automation of process the measure the body temperature of the enclosed space. And the general objectives, we have the develop body temperature monitoring system using machine vision technologies, especially the thermographic image, the issue preventive alerts, and the fuzzy analysis, actuary, and the consider number and the samples, and there's the having prediction of 80 points, those automatic the process of body temperature measuring, decision making, and reducing user interaction with the system. The specific objectives are the analysis thermographics, have using artificial vision technologies, the determine body temperature, analysis, the result obtained from the thermographic image, and the use of the information obtained the determinate diffuse sets, and measure body temperatures, obtain the direct contact of the measure system with the user, determine the fuzzy sets for using alerts based in decision making for the using alerts, and the case of anomalies, verified functionally the fuzzy analysis by characteristics and comparing temperatures with the infrared thermometers, develop a system that reduces the interaction with the other peoples. They know the temperature is with the ideal temperature range. From the social points, the monitoring of body temperature has a measure of control on supervision of people in closed space of the detection or irregularities, and allow the alert on to be sized use of the infrared thermometers, and they are operated by the staff of the space or institution. The traditional methods are based on measure, observe, and make a decision. Layout interaction with the possible contact, also a possible transmitter of virus. Direct interaction with the measure system is the possible focus of transmission. Implementation on the automatic system to cover needs and eliminate features compared with the traditional systems. With the impacts, we have the social, scientific, or technological. From the social strains of the disease of virus infected the person and contaminated superface, and the scientific, theoretical, and practical contribution after research project. The new alternatives and from the impacts technological innovation at traditional systematic and decreasing interaction. Hypothesis. The hypothesis is if the use of the thermal image will allow the analysis of body temperatures of the group and the people in closed space, but taking different samples across implementation and physiologic of monitoring body temperature, because the process of physical temperature regulation and fever are the two complex and vary according to the case. So there in the notificant mathematical models in the way it will be possible to issue preventive alerts in case of the possible fever, and will an automatic process and measure body temperature, making decision and the reducing user interaction with the system. The artificial vision is the based on the probing and view of the system on machine, is the based on capture and interpretation of data, is the basic and the two technologies, and deep learning and multi-level learning, and the convolutional neural network and multi-layer neural network. The face detection is a phase of the face recognition, and the discriminate of the other elements not required based the coordinates of the face, the thermal imaging cameras, surface temperature, and physiologic solving indeterminates and hyper complex situation, and the making decision and the partner recording is understand flexible in the tolerant and the imprecise data, and the model linear function. The rules are the tip if then, and the phase are fusifer, inference, and the fusifer. In the state of the art, the Daniela Ronquillo, the system of measuring body temperature around the thermographic image as a biosecurity protocol, and the space on measure, the which makes a use of OpenCV and the Raspberry Pi. They implemented the system, and Raspberry Pi makes a temperature sensor and reduced the error in Clavijo Calvo in 2021, the mobile platform on the detection and monitoring of people with the high body temperature, also real-time processing image on the infrared spectrum, which implemented the study of the sync of the electronic system and the text with the fever using the thermal camera in 2030, which implement the Bell-and-Jones algorithm and great efficiency in this day and the age of convolutional neural network application of the neural network models of the fever prediction by Herrera in 2018, which in the application of with prediction and of 80% in the patient in the hospital, which the method iteration of the following: imagine acquisition, computer visual analysis, temperature determination, fuzzy analysis, with analysis of result validation of the measure method of the sent performed. It made validation and using a alert in re-images, in addition to the use of Python and OpenCV, considering in the number of iteration to reduce the error, and temperature measuring the front, and characterization with the measuring instruments. The project by the states and the documentation of the specific objectives, there's the fund and the recipe uses. With the allowed is my part. Thank you for you very much for your attention. Bye.